Have you ever wondered how a camera works? It's quite a curious question, isn't it? These everyday devices that are so integral to our lives, capturing moments in a flash, literally. Yet, most of us don't really know what's happening behind the scenes, or rather, behind the lens. Cameras have been around for centuries. Long before we had the sleek, handheld digital devices we use today, there was the humble pinhole camera. This was a simple box with a tiny hole on one side. Light from outside would enter through this hole and project an inverted image onto the opposite wall of the box. It was a fascinating concept, but far from practical. But, as with all technology, cameras evolved. In the 19th century, we saw the advent of the daguerreotype, the first publicly available photographic process. It was a complex and time-consuming process, but it brought photography to the masses. Fast forward to the 20th century, and we had the film camera. These devices used a strip of film coated with light-sensitive chemicals. When the camera's shutter opened, light would strike the film and cause a chemical reaction, creating a negative image. This image could then be developed into a photograph. The digital age brought us the digital camera, a device that revolutionized photography. These cameras capture images using an electronic image sensor, and they store the images as digital data, making them easy to share and edit. Today, cameras are everywhere. They're in our phones, our computers, even our doorbells. They help us capture precious moments, explore the world around us, and even solve crimes. But how do they do it? How does a camera take light and turn it into an image we can see and share? Now that we know the history, let's dive into how these incredible devices work. The magic of cameras begins with a simple element: light. Light, the primary element in capturing images, plays a fascinating role in the world of photography. It's the artist's paint and brush, the storyteller's ink and quill. Imagine a stream of light particles, photons if you will, bouncing off the world around us. These particles then make a beeline for the camera, entering through the lens. The lens, acting almost like an eye, focuses this light onto a single point. But here's the wild part. Different levels of light can drastically change the image. Bright, intense light can create vibrant, saturated colors, while softer, dimmer light can give the image a more muted, subtle feel. Light and shadow working in harmony create depth and texture, bringing a flat image to life. It's a delicate dance, a play of contrasts and nuances. Light is just the beginning. Now, how does the camera capture it? Meet the lens, the eye of the camera. It's a key player in the magic of photography, responsible for focusing light onto the sensor. Imagine the lens as a sophisticated magnifying glass that gathers light and shapes it into an image. Now, not all lenses are created equal. We have prime lenses, known for their fixed focal length, offering superior image quality and larger maximum apertures. These are the darlings of portrait photographers and low-light shooters. On the other hand, zoom lenses offer a range of focal lengths in a single package. They're versatile, great for everything from landscapes to close-up shots. However, they usually have smaller maximum apertures and may not perform as well in low light. Finally, specialty lenses like fisheye or tilt shift offer unique perspectives and creative opportunities. Each type of lens has a distinct impact on the image, affecting everything from its sharpness to its depth of field. The lens focuses the light, but where does this light go? Welcome to the heart of the camera, the sensor. This critical component is where the magic really starts to happen. It's here that light, having passed through the lens, is captured and converted into electrical signals. But how exactly does this happen? Well, imagine the sensor as a sea of tiny light buckets, each one eagerly waiting to catch its share of incoming light. These buckets are known as photosites. Each photosite corresponds to a pixel in the final image. The more light each photosite collects, the stronger the electrical signal it produces. Now you might be wondering, does the size of the sensor matter? Absolutely. A larger sensor has larger photosites, which can catch more light. This leads to better image quality, particularly in low light conditions. It's similar to how a larger bucket can catch more rain. What about the type of sensor? There are two main types, CCD and CMOS. CCD sensors, or charge-coupled devices, are known for their high-quality, low-noise images. CMOS sensors, or complementary metal oxide semiconductors, are generally cheaper, consume less power, and are faster at processing images. So from the moment light enters the camera, it travels a fascinating journey. It's captured by the lens, absorbed by the sensor, and transformed into an electrical signal. The sensor captures the light, but how does it transform into the final image? Meet the processor, the brain of the camera. This ingenious component takes center stage after the sensor. The heart of the camera has done its job of capturing light and converting it into electrical signals. Now remember, these electrical signals don't mean much until they're translated into something we can understand, a digital image. And who does that? You guessed it, the processor. The processor is like a skilled translator, adept at understanding the language of electrical signals and converting it into a digital image. However, the processor isn't just a translator, it's also a master artist. It doesn't just take the raw information from the sensor and slap it onto a digital canvas. No, it refines it. It enhances it. It's here where the software comes into play, working in tandem with the processor. The software applies numerous algorithms that adjust various aspects of the image. It tweaks the color balance, sharpens the details, reduces the noise, and so much more. It's like a digital photo lab where the raw image is edited and enhanced to produce the final, polished image that we see. So the next time you snap a photo, take a moment to appreciate the processor, the brain of your camera, and the incredible work it does. And that, my friends, is how a camera works, from the magic of light to the final image.